This is my Canyon Ultimate CF SLX 9.0. Now, Canyon have been long-time supporters of us at a channel at the Global Cycling Network, and this is the model that I've had the privilege of riding since June. And a lot of you will remember that soon after that, during the Tour de France, I took this bike to the final descent of the 2016 race into Morzine. I installed a dropper seat post and did some extreme science. Now, you will notice that I no longer have a dropper seat post on the bike, not because I no longer wanted to get down and fling the bike around corners even faster, but because I couldn't stand the ugly extra STI lever I was forced to install at the front. So we're back to a fairly standard spec from that point of view. Underneath the videos where I use this bike and Instagram posts of this bike, I get a lot of comments about the colour. And no, it is not custom for me, unfortunately. It is available for all of you to buy should you so wish, and it is called Gran Tourismo Blue. But I do agree, it is a real head turner. Slightly harder to clean than a standard gloss finish, but the extra time invested is definitely worth it because it really does look stunning. Off the peg, it comes with a Shimano Dura-Ace Di2 group set with Mavic wheels, but as you can see, I have made a few personal customisations. Firstly, I swapped the wheels out. These are the Vision Metron 55s. Now, this is more of a climbing bike than an aero bike, but I think these are really good all-round wheels. They come in at about 1600 grams, so not the lightest, but certainly not heavy by any means. As I said, they're really good over all sorts of terrain. I've also removed my Shimano Dura-Ace crankset and replaced it with this FSA K-Force Lite, primarily because on it is my Power to Max Type S power meter. Anyone that knows me will know that I do quite like to look at my numbers as I'm riding, even though they are decreasing at a rather depressing rate as of late. Handily with this one, you can replace the battery yourself and they're accurate to plus or minus 2%, so they do exactly the job that I want them to do. And also, very handily, they have 50 by 34 teeth, a proper compact. Combine that with an 11 up to 28, and even at the Dolomites recently at Alpe, I was able to get up the climbs without necessarily using my easiest gear and without having to get out the saddle at just 50 RPM. Happy days. The saddle is from our partners at Fizik, and it's the Antares R5 model with the manganese rails. It actually comes as standard on the bike, which is handy for me because this is my preferred shape of Fizik saddle. Now, saddle shape is a very personal thing, but I've always found that the Antares most closely resembles my own personal shape. We shall leave that there, I think. The bars and stem are Canyon's own H36 AeroCockPit. I've got an 11 centimetre stem on there at the moment, and if I was going to be really picky, I would actually extend that out to a 12 if I got another bike like this. My reach from the tip of the saddle to the centre of the bars is 59 centimetres, and my saddle height is just slightly longer or higher than normal, a little over 80 centimetres, and that is because these cranks are 172.5 millimetres as opposed to the 175 that I normally use. Finally, I have got these fairly cheap Look pedals which I had to buy recently, reason being that I lost my nice Look Keo carbon blades. Now, Si Richardson claims to me that he's always owned 2 pairs of the Look Keo blades, but I'm not so sure. I personally think he's nicked them. Doesn't really matter too much as these do the job just fine. Right, I think it's time to weigh it. It is, whoops, 7.1819. So I have got a little bit to lose, even if I was a professional rider, to get down to the UCI's minimum weight limit. Now, if you'd like to subscribe to the Global Cycling Network, GCN, all you've got to do is click on the globe. It is free, and there'll be loads more great content for you coming very soon. Meanwhile, we have got some more content for you right now, in fact. That video I talked about at the start of this video is just in the top corner, where I used to drop a seat post down an alpine descent into Morzine. And Si also visited Canyon's factory not too long ago, and you can find that video in the other corner down there.